when a company goes bankrupt, common stock holders are one of the last people who get paid. If there's a lawsuit for the company and the company goes out of business, you have bondholders who get paid first. Then you have the people who own the other shares of stock, the private stock. I'm using the wrong term. Who own this? They have different class of shares. So these people get paid first. The owners and the CEOs, they generally, like Google, they have different shares of stock, and some of them are non-voting shares, and generally, like the people who started the company and the CEOs, they will own all of the non-common shares of a company. And it's like really, this is a brain fart right now. I can't think of the name, but anyway, as a common stockholder, if you're buying common stock, you are the low man on the totem pole. Everybody else gets paid in a bankruptcy, and you get paid less. If there's anything left, you get paid. Like the creditors, they're gonna get their money. People who bought bonds gonna get their money. The people who have the non-common shares of stock, they get paid first. Common shareholders generally get left holding nothing. They get left holding the bag. Don't be a bag holder. If you find a bad company, that's why it doesn't pay off to invest in bad companies, because everybody else gets paid first, and then common shareholders get left out. And that happened with GM, where when the government bailed out GM, a lot of people are still salty about the GM bailout because GM was too big to fail. Everybody thinks that, but really GM was too big not to be restructured. And the government came in, they gave GM that, General Motors, they gave them that money, that loan, that they brought some of their stock. They did whatever they did, and they restructured the company. GM went bankrupt, and then they issued new shares of stock. And everybody who owned GM stock, common stock, they got nothing. They got donuts, zero. That might be an exaggeration, but a lot of people are still mad about that today. And you may see sentiments. Everybody, all stock investors that I know of, they'll invest in Ford before they invest in GM, which I don't think is right. But and they say, "Oh, I like Ford," and car enthusiasts too. I like Ford because they didn't take government money, or they didn't have to take government money, but they took some. Anyway, that's a sidebar, but GM is a good example of why. Of actually just common stock holders being left with next to nothing, because after the creditors took their share, after the bankruptcy lawyers took their share, everybody got their little share of whatever was left of the company, and common stock holders got left holding the L.